Hi, everyone. Welcome to this week's energetic forecast. My name is Stephanie. Welcome if this is your first time tuning in. Each week I do an energy forecast for the coming week that gives us a little jump start on how to best prepare for what's coming. So each week I do 3 keywords from the Akashic records, as well as some crystal energy and some oracle cards. This week we are looking at July 10th through the 16th, 2022. But if you stumble across this video outside that time frame, and it feels relevant to you, then please take it as relevant. It is timeless in that respect. So this week, we are looking at full moon on, I believe, Wednesday, the 13th. Those of you who tune in regularly know that I am no astrologist, but I do follow the moon cycles loosely. So I believe this is a full moon in Capricorn. I know nothing of Capricorn, but it'll be interesting to see if anyone who does know more than I do chimes in and just gives us a little kind of information based on the energy that I'm channeling or what's coming up in the cards. So this week we're going to use the Healing Crystals deck number 2 for our crystal energy. And then just for our Wednesday full moon energy, we will use the Moonology Manifestation Deck. And then for the remainder of the week, we will use Denise Lynn's Sacred Traveler deck. So I have drawn the cards. I have not looked at them yet, but let's talk first about the 3 keywords that came out when I was channeling information from the Akashic records. So the ones that came out were foundation. And the information I got about that one was kind of let go and rebuild. And I don't know if this came out last week as well. I can't remember without rewatching that video, but something about I am not a tarot reader. I know also very little, strangely little about tarot for being such a long time oracle card reader. But there is this tower that is a tarot card, one of the kind of quintessentially well-known tarot cards about having a tower moment. And the message I got is this is not a tower moment. This is about letting go and rebuilding things, but it's not a tower moment. It's still a viable foundation. Whatever you're working on, whether it's a relationship or it is a project or just something you're building or wanting to encourage growth of, this is not a tower moment. It's not wiped out. There's still a viable foundation. It's just that the structure might need reworked a little. So kind of thinking of that in terms of whatever you're growing or wanting to create more of right now, it's still a viable foundation. The structure just might need reworked a little. And then the second keyword that came out was dedication. And the only kind of clarifying guidance I got with that one is persistence. Just keep moving. One foot in front of the other this week, just staying dedicated to whatever you have been working on. Again, whatever you want to grow more of, being persistent, just continually putting one foot in front of the other, and you will end up where you want to be. And then the last keyword was focus. And that is simply attention. And again, what do you want to create more of? What do you want to grow more of? And traditionally, full moons are about release, right? And new moons are about growth. But this week, it seems like this is about a focus on what we want to grow more of, a focus on where we want to put our attention. We may have that foundation keyword. It may be about kind of taking a look at the foundation and seeing how we want to grow things from that. But it is about releasing the things that are not serving where we want to go, but it's also still about growth. It's very much a growth energy this week. So focus, where do you want to put your attention? Whether it's about release or growth, the moon is going to amplify what you're thinking about. So make sure you're putting your attention and putting your focus on the things you want more of, not what you want to eliminate. And it's a subtle difference, right? It's I usually use money because that's something that people think of in terms of manifestation a lot. And it's instead of saying, I want to be debt free, saying I am thankful for financial freedom. It's a very subtle difference. In human terms, it accomplishes the same thing, but in energetic terms, they are vastly different. One focuses still on the debt and what you want to let go of, where one focuses on the freedom and what you want to create more of. So just kind of taking a look at those foundations of your thoughts and how you want to create more of what you do want in your life this week. So let's talk first about our crystal card. We have Iolite. I'm just kind of laughing because last week I know the card decks, the colors matched. And I thought, this week I've got green and the decks are purple on the other two, but then the crystal card I drew is purple. So we have a lot of purple coming out this week, which is higher spiritual wisdom. It's indicative of that. It's about focus, paying attention to the guidance you're receiving, trusting the guidance you receive from your higher self and the higher wisdom that you get as your own intuition. So Iolite's 3 keywords are connection, awareness, and intuition. And the mantra or affirmation that you can use for Iolite this week is I trust in my own actions. So I really like that matched up with the focus and the dedication and saying, okay, I know if I'm putting mindfulness into this, if I am dedicated, persistent, focused, I know where I am. I'm not just like mindlessly thinking, I am focused in my intention, then I trust in my own actions. And then on Monday we have, Sunday. Sunday we have the impasse card, and it says reflect and redirect your energy. So very much like the first keyword that came out. So these might be a little chronological this week. Sometimes they are, sometimes they're not. I feel like this week it is going to be a little more chronological as far as the energy. The impasse says reflect and redirect your energy. So that's the same message I was getting about the foundation is still viable, but the structure might need reworked a bit. Same thing. So that comes out Sunday at the beginning of the week. So just taking stock of what you've been wanting to create more of. Tuesday, I'm off a day already. Monday, Sunday, Monday, we have Ascending the Mountain, which says keep going forward, which is our second Akashic keyword. That's the dedication, the persistence card. So Ascending the Mountain just says, I think I even said, just keep putting one foot in front of the other and you will get where you want to go. So this is very much that same energy, keep going forward. Tuesday, I think I got that one right. Tuesday is the staying focused card, and it says hold the course. So this is also persistence. We're still in the energy of that second keyword, which is dedication. You can see that he's looking out. He can kind of see where he wants to go, but still in the energy of needing to place one foot in front of the other to get there. So staying focused, not losing track and kind of taking shortcuts, but building that foundation in a meaningful way through dedication, through persistence, through focused attention. So then that brings us to Wednesday, which is the card from the Moonology deck. And this is the full moon in Capricorn, and it says take a reality check. And let me read you a bit from the guidebook. So that is kind of the energy that came out, right? I said I know nothing about Capricorn. It says find a balance between facing your reality and being kind to yourself and others. So it's about, creating that which we want more of. And the manifestation affirmation you can use for this one is everything is always working out in my favor. So that, again, very much like what I mentioned about always focusing in the positive, even when it seems like a very subtle difference, not focusing on what you want to eliminate, but focusing on what you want to create more of in your reality. This is kind of a grounded energy about your foundation, about your dedication, about your attention and focus. So then Thursday, still in the energy of that full moon, we have embracing enthusiasm. And it seems like energy is starting to turn a little bit as we come out of that full moon, where we're ascending the mountain, we're staying focused, we're, working on these things, really, even if it's mentally working on these things. And then we have the full moon, and then we have embracing enthusiasm, which feels like it has a little bit of a different energy on Thursday. Butterfly is always indicative of transformation. So the energy is shifting a little bit on Thursday, and it says, shout to the heavens with happiness. So just kind of, okay, we made it through that energy, that sort of more intense energy of the full moon. We're still in it, but we can feel it boosting us and helping us. We're not fighting against this. We're using it to our advantage. And then Friday, we have the transformation card. This is perfect. What I just said, butterflies are always indicative of transformation. So the energy is shifting a little bit toward the end of the week. I do feel like this week is going to kind of more chronologically follow this guidance than some weeks do. Transformation says a fresh new way of living emerges. So that's like, still building on that foundation, but maybe a new perspective emerges because we are changing the structure a bit. And then I feel like this card comes out anytime I use this deck, whether it's in private readings or here on YouTube. I feel like many times as the last card, this card comes out, and I absolutely love it. It is always, always perfect, but it is so funny how it doesn't matter if it's a different number of cards. It doesn't matter how many times I've shuffled. This is our Saturday energy. So this is the end of the week. And I can't tell you the number of times it comes out in private readings as well. And it's the In the Flow card. And it is the perfect way to kind of end a reading or end a week. And it says everything is smooth sailing. So, by staying mindful, keeping that focused intention and attention on what we do want instead of what we want to eliminate, we kind of end up at this higher perspective. We can see we are where we were looking earlier in the week. We are now heading toward it. So everything comes into alignment. Everything is smooth sailing by Saturday. So that is our energy for the week of July 10th through the 16th, 2022. I will list the keywords below in the description box in case you want to think a little more about how they're affecting your life this week, what you're working on, what your foundation looks like, how you might want to build things a little differently than you have in the past. If you'd like to connect for a private reading, I will put links to how to connect with me below, and I will see you next week.